Yes, I know it's a weird sight that I have glasses on. These are my first pair. My second pair coming either today or not today, tomorrow or Wednesday. But anyway, we're gonna get in this video. This is about the time that I cursed out my freshman year art teacher, and then he requested not to have me ever again throughout the entirety of high school. Alright, so going through freshman year, I had this really fucking, just prick-ass teacher. His name was Mr. Thompson. He was, really tall, skinny, and to be quite honest with you, he looked like the guy from fucking Dallas Buyers Club. He looks like he has AIDS, right? I'm not exaggerating. I'll try and get some kind of picture of him or, someone that looks like him. But anyway, so he's this really tall guy. He was the swim coach for, I didn't even know my high school had a swim team. Anyway, he was the high school swim coach, and he got reported several times for having any excuse possible so he could touch a girl's butt, touch her tits, or staring at them, trying to help them with breaststroking and shit like that. So he had made excuses to help touch these girls, and he got reported several times for it. So he's no longer the swim coach. But anyway, this guy's a fucking creep, he's a pedophile, and he's a fucking prick. He would criticize people on the way that they finished the crease of the eye. Whenever you would make an eye, he would criticize that. And one day he got mad at us because we were all being super loud, and he made us trace our hand I think it was 300 times or some shit in one fucking day. And if we didn't have it done 300 times in one day, we got a 0 for the whole week or something like that, right? Stupid, completely unfair, just asshole shit. So he was always just, like I said, a prick to everyone but the senior. Hold on. Alright, I had to turn my monitor on so I had better lighting. I just noticed how bad it was. But anyway, so the only person he was nice to was the senior, Hadiza. She's this really big black girl. I'm pretty sure I made videos about her already, but she was just fucking ruthless. She said whatever the hell she wanted. Right, so this guy, since he was such an asshole, he decided that to get kids to actually like him, that he was going to put a box of candy. So at the front of his desk, at the front room, he had a box of candy. He had those caramel creams or whatever, and then he had it was these strawberry, the grandma candies or some shit. But anyway, so whenever he would turn away and someone was waiting in line or at the front of the room, they would just snatch a handful of these and just fucking shove them in their pocket, and everybody did it. So this guy, we were essentially making him, oh god, I just knocked my phone, but making him spend his money every single day to get new candy, because he was really OCD. He had to have the box full. This guy, he's a fucking asshole. So on the last day of school, I knew damn well that I was failing this class, and there was no way. The only way I would have possibly been able to pass the class was if I got a single A, a single A of the 4 quarters, which I got an E the first 2, and then I got a D, or no, I got 2 C's and then 2 E's. I'm pretty sure that's how it was, right? So the only way I could pass it was if I got either an A one of the last 2 quarters, or I got 100% on the final, which I knew damn well I wasn't going to, because I didn't know shit that was on the final. I wasn't going to study for a fucking art final. Who the fuck does that? Even my parents told me, purposely fail his class. It's an art class. Just get it over with. Make sure, just don't stress about his class. Because I was having, really bad fucking anger issues going to this guy's class. That's how much everybody in this class fucking hated it. People were, I'm telling you, out of 20 people, there were maybe 10, 15 at the most every class. Everybody was skipping, and nobody had a problem with skipping his class, and everybody knew he was skipping his class. People at the front table or the front office would write him notes. I don't know if they would write people notes, but they would just excuse people, knowing that these people skipped, because they didn't want to have to deal with this teacher, and they didn't want to have to deal with sending out on this work, all this kind of shit. But anyway, by the way, this isn't a hole. This is made into. But anyway, right? So one day, like I said, the last day, I'm taking the final, and we have my earbuds in, and he told us we could have both of our earbuds in, play our music as loud as we want, but the one rule was that if he was talking, we had to take our earbuds out or else we would get in trouble. How the fuck am I supposed to hear him talking at the front of the room when I'm sitting in the back of the room with my earbuds playing all the way up, right? So, first 10 minutes of taking this fucking final, he comes over, snatches my fucking earbuds out. If you guys don't know, I have really bad ADHD and I wasn't on medication at the time. I didn't actually take it today, so I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm all fucking jumpy. But anyway, so, I'm like, I had to listen to music if I was doing work, and even now, like, I still kind of have to listen to music when I'm doing work and, like, taking tests and shit. So, he comes over, snatches it out. I'm like I said, like 5, maybe 10 minutes into this test. And then that's when I started just writing random shit. Like, I'm not even filling in the bubbles at this point. I'm just writing random words all over it. Like, sometimes I'll fill in a bubble, like, randomly. So he comes over, he's like, hey, how are you doing on the final? And he sees that I'm just kind of writing random words all over it. Like, I'm just writing, I don't even know, I was writing, like, fucking zebra and, like, banana and shit like that. Just random words all over it. And it was, like, a bubble sheet answer, too. Like, I had a few bubbles filled in, but, you know, nothing serious. So he comes over, he's like, what are you doing? Like, you have to pass this final to pass this class. I said, I don't give a fuck if I pass this class. Honestly, I just don't want to have to deal with your class ever again. So then he's like, okay, go to the hallway now. So I go out to the hallway. And keep in mind, this was at the end, the very last day of freshman year. So I'm still, like, a little kind of really bitchy, and I wouldn't say feminine, but, like, I was very, I don't know, I didn't have balls, right? That's really the best way to put it. I was a little girl. So, I go out to the hallway, I'm kind of shook, right? I'm expecting him to come out, like, fucking grope my titty or something, and then, like, grab me by my nipples, like, fucking pull me and tell me that I'm a bad boy or something like that, right? So, he comes out, he was like, what is wrong with you? You can't be saying that kind of stuff to your teacher. So I was like, I don't give a fuck if I pass this class. My teachers all tell me to not worry about your class because I won't have to worry about it later on. My parents even told me to purposely fail this guy's class because they hated him too. My dad actually went through high school with him, and he also had issues with him, like, personally, right? So, anyway, so I failed this class, obviously. I knew I was going to fail it, so I didn't care. Like I said, I didn't care what I did on the final. So, when I was out there, he was yelling at me, like, you have to do this for your final. So, I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. Like, I know damn well I'm gonna fail this test. I don't give a fuck about you. Everybody in your class hates you. I hate you. And no one wants to pass your class. Everybody hopes to fail your class. We don't have to have you ever again. Because if you pass this class because you were taking an art credit, oh, what the fuck? But anyway, since you were taking an art credit, if you passed, you had to make art like your career pathway. So you had to take art for the next 4 years, and if you had them first year, you had to take them the rest 3 years, like the next 3 years. So everybody wanted to fail his class, so they didn't have to have this guy. So what the fuck did I just do to my hand? But anyway, so I'm sitting out there in the hallway. I have my test. I'm just kind of like flailing it around, like woohoo, just kind of wailing around in the middle of the hallway as people are walking by, like, what the fuck is this kid doing, right? So I'm sitting there on the chair. Thompson comes out. I'm like, yo, Thompson, can I go to the bathroom? He's like, no, you can't go to the bathroom because you're not working on your final. So I stand up and I throw the papers at his face. I said, fuck you, Thompson. I'm going to the bathroom. Walk to the bathroom, take a piss. I'm in there for like 5 minutes just chilling on my phone. I walk back, and he's sitting there writing a fucking office report for me, right? So he's writing this office report, and then I'm like, what? Like, what do you expect me to do? Go to the office to purposely flunk a final? Like, I don't know what you expect from me. So he's like, go to the office right now, you're cursing out a teacher or whatever. Right, so I'm walking down to the office, I rip that shit up. I walk into the office, I'm like, Miss Jenna, Mr. Thompson's being a bitch, and I'm not trying to deal with him. So she just started laughing. She said, I don't care, it's the last day of school. There's like 20 minutes left of the day of your freshman year. I'm not going to do anything, right? So next year goes by. Goes through the summer. I'm in first like week and a half of sophomore year. I go in there and I'm asking my guidance counselor to change one of my classes because it was like a really bad issue. Like I hated, it wasn't like hated, but like I had a really annoying, I should say, really fucking annoying classmates, right? I did not want to deal with these kids, especially having to deal with them all through, I think it was biology or English. I forget which class it was. But anyway, right, so I go in there, I ask her, hey, can I please get this class switched? She was like, you know, I would, but the only way you can get it switched is if you were to move into Thompson's. That's the only possible way for your schedule to work out, for that class to change. My math class would have to change, and I would have to go into Mr. Thompson's. And I was like, okay, I don't care. I would much rather deal with Mr. Thompson's dumbass and just have to deal with tutoring after school, whatever, working with geometry on my own, than to deal with these, like, literally an entire fucking class of annoying ass kids. So, and then she, she just looks at me and chuckles, and she says, I'm sorry, I can't move you into Thompson's class. He requested not to have you. So I'm like, what? Like, I just started dying. Like, by far the funniest shit I think I've witnessed since, like, probably since June. Alright, I'm crying, like, tears bawling out. And this guy, like, I just can't believe this guy requested not to have me. He is that much of a bitch not to have me because I cursed him out on the last day of school because he was being a fucking dick. Right, so then that next week, everything gets figured out with that class. The teacher kind of, like, puts her foot down. She's all good. And then the class, it's chill. Everything's good, like I said. So then I'm walking down the hallway. It's, like, during lunch, I think. I was going to my locker. And Thompson is walking back from the office, like, towards where my lockers are. And then he looks at me and goes, John. So I look at him, I say, fuck you, Thompson. And he turns around, looks at me, like, he is walking past me as I said that. He turns around, looks at me, and then as soon as I look at him, like, I give him, like, a stink eye or some shit, like, I give him some weird-ass face, and I shit you not, he just started, like, speed walking. Like, this guy is literally scared of me. I am not, like, a big kid or anything. I am, like, 5'5", like, 140, I don't even know how much I weigh, I'm probably, like, 140, but anyway, like, I'm not, like, a big kid, like, I'm fat, but, like, I'm not tall. This guy is, like, 6'3", he probably weighs, like, 90 pounds, like, I definitely weigh more than this guy, but he's also, like, a foot taller than me, and he just starts, like, fucking sprint walking, like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna beat up a fucking teacher, because he requested not to have me. So anyway, that whole situation, whatever, but he never, like, wrote a referral on me or anything, like, nothing happened. I didn't get in any trouble, but I just thought it was so funny, like, this guy requested not to fucking have me in his class because I cursed him out on the last day of school. Like, how big of a bitch do you have to be? I was just amazed. But anyway, if you guys ever have an issue with any of your teachers in middle school or high school, I would suggest trying to do something like that. I mean, I wouldn't really suggest cursing out your teacher, but trying to intentionally get on their nerves. If you feel like you're going to pass the class, like, you're guaranteed passing it, purposely get on their nerves at the very end, like, be a prick. And if you know you're gonna fail it, just be a prick, or, like, come with kindness or some shit. Like, just be a fucking horrible person to this teacher, and I guarantee if they are anything like Mr. Thompson, they'll request not to have you, like, so you won't have to deal with them for the next 3 years of your fucking high school career, whatever. Or I wouldn't say 3 years, but, like, the rest of your high school career, because, like, maybe you can do it in fucking junior year or something, so you don't have them in senior year. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys learned anything from this video, please let it be known that Mr. Thompson, I think his name is Aaron Thompson, you're a fucking bitch. You're a bitch, Thompson. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, as well as some constructive criticism in the comment section below. Make sure to follow my Twitch, that is Graceless TV. I am one or two followers away from 100 followers on my Twitch. Like, that's crazy. Like, I've only streamed maybe 7 times since I've got my capture card, and I have 100 fucking followers. That's crazy. Like, I'm averaging like 15, 20 views a stream, like a constant, oh god, my fucking hair, but like a constant 10, 20 viewers per stream. Like, I think like top 20 or like top 10 is 50 viewers on IW. Like, so I'm getting up there. Like, that's crazy. I'm so thankful. I'm working my ass off. I've been streaming every other day, uploading every single day, grinding COD every single day. So hopefully this shit pays off. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. I'm out. Peace.